Today we our topic today my topic is current electricity. It is unit 2. Unit second is this, and in this we have to study about how the electricity works or generate or produce. We can say in previous unit we had studied about charges at rest. The meaning of electrostatic charges at rest. But in this, the charges will be in motion. In current electricity, because motion of the charge generate or produce electricity, as we know very well. Now, what is electric current? There are some basic things are there. Electric current. You know about electric current? The definition of electric current, it is denoted by I. Unit is ampere. Okay, and ampere is denoted by capital letter A. And mathematically, it can be expressed I is equal to Q by T, rate of flow of charge. You can say the definition of electric current. And you know very well, charge unit is coulomb and time is second. So in this way, coulomb second inverse, okay, is the unit of current. And it is also called ampere. Instead of coulomb second inverse, you can write ampere also, or instead of ampere, you can write coulomb second inverse. Okay, this is electric current, as you know very well. But in this, I have a numerical for this in CBSE 2015. Yes. Now, a figure is there for this numerical. Of a wire. I am writing here. Figure shows a plot of current. Plot of current means graph for current. We can say this like this. I through the cross section of a wire through the cross section of a wire over a time interval of 10 seconds. Find the amount of charge that flows through the wire during this time period. This is the statement. During this time period. Graph is given and we have to calculate the value of charge. We have to calculate the value of charge. Means Q we have to calculate in this. Now how can you solve this thing? In this graph, I and T, there are two axes. Okay. Solution I and T, and this graph for 10 seconds representing by this line. Okay. Now I and T is there. We can take two things in the graph. One is slope and other is area. For slope, if we are taking slope of IT graph, then I upon T is there. I upon T is there. And if we are calculating area in this case, area of this graph, area of IT graph, then we know that both quantity will be multiplied, means I into T. And what is I into T? You know very well, I is equal to Q by T, and from there Q is equal to I into T. Okay, Q is equal to I into T. So I into T is equal to Q, and how you can take the area of this graph? By, yes, this shaded area you have to calculate for calculating the value of Q. Okay, and this is a trapezium. So you have to apply the trapezium formula. Otherwise, you can also take this area into portion. One of this rectangle and other of this is triangle. Okay, in two parts you can take its area also. Both will be the same if you are taking the trapezium area, or if you are taking the sum of this triangle and rectangle area. Now triangle plus rectangle area you have to take, because it is easy work. Okay, in triangle, half into base into height. Base is 5, height is again 5. Half into base into height, plus for rectangle, this difference is 10 minus 5, 5, and this is again 5, 5 into 5. Now from there, what will be the value? 25 upon 2 plus 25. Okay, 2 is LCM. 25 plus 50. This is 75 upon 2, and half of 75 is 37.5 coulomb is the answer in this case. Okay, understand? Good. Now, after that, electric current in a conductor. Are you know what are conductors and how electric current moves in it or generate in it, produce in it? In liquid case also, how current is moving or generating? In gases, no current is flow. You know what is the reason of that? In conductors, there are free electrons. Due to which electric current can flow. That's why they are called electric current. In liquid, there are ions like Na plus Cl minus. You can take in case of salt in water. There are positive and negative ions, due to which in a liquid electric current can flow. Ion is the reason in case of liquid, but in gases they are insulator and there is no flow of current. But the main thing in the conductor, in this we have to study only about conductor, not liquid and insulator. In conductor, you know, in a conductor, there are free electrons. there are free electrons. More in amount, not less in number, very much in amount. And they are moved randomly here and there. If no electric field, no voltage is applied on it. Okay, they are moving randomly here and there. Okay, and they collide also. Okay, they are colliding also, but this type of velocity u1, u2, u3, u4, no energy is released in this case of colliding and striking. Okay, in this case the average thermal velocity, average thermal means suppose u1 is the velocity of one electron, second u2, third u3, like this un velocity. Okay, total number of n free electrons are there. Then the average thermal velocity of these random electrons moving here and there is always zero. Is always zero. Okay, note this point. The average thermal velocity of free electrons is always zero. Second thing, if a conductor carrying current, if a conductor has current, suppose this end connected with positive, this end we are connected with negative end of the battery, then these free electrons moves towards the positive end like this. Now this velocity of electron is not thermal velocity. In this, the velocity of electron is drift velocity, because they are drifting towards the positive end. After applying the electric field, we can say this is voltage, this is length of the conductor, and you can say V and L. Here V and L is there, so electric field on the conductor is there. Okay, electric field arises on it if V and L. Okay, this is the point we have to note for thermal velocity. Average thermal velocity before applying any electric field is always zero, and this is the drift velocity. Third thing is what? A current carrying conductor have no charge. Current carrying conductor have no charge. Current carrying conductor has no charge. Means it is not charged. If a current flow in a conductor, then there is no charge on the conductor, because there are positive and negative, both charges are equal. Okay, that's why this is the reason a current carrying conductor has no charge. Okay, if a current is not there, okay, and some attraction and repulsion by the body, then you can say this body is charged. Okay, now these are the some, and fourth one is conventional current. What is conventional current? You are looking in this diagram, the electrons drifted towards the positive terminal. Okay, the movement of this electron from negative to positive is called electronic current. Electronic current. Okay, in the direction of electron, you can say electronic current, but in actual, the current moves from positive end to negative end. That's why, okay, conventional current is there. Okay, in actual, current moves positive to negative end, and this type of current is called conventional current. But if what is the direction of electronic current? If the question is there like this, but what is the direction of electric current? Then you can say negative to positive. But what is the direction of conventional current? Then positive to negative. Okay, all these things you should know before starting this chapter, because the next topic is very important for you. Expression for drift velocity. Expression for drift velocity. Expression for drift velocity. Okay, in this we have to determine a formula by which we can calculate the value of drift velocity in a conductor. Drift velocity in a conductor. Now, drift velocity is what? The average velocity with which the free electrons get drifted. The average velocity of electron, with which they get drifted towards the positive end of the conductor. Positive end of the conductor. Okay, this is the velocity by which electrons are moving towards the positive end of the conductor under the influence of an electric field. Means battery will be applied in this case. Okay, now let us take a diagram for this. Suppose this is a conductor. Okay, this is a conductor and there are free electrons in this. All these are free electrons. Okay, due to motion of these free electrons in a particular direction, current will be arising. And how they can move in a single direction, in the same direction? By applying electric field, we can say. Okay, now what is the thermal velocity of these electrons? In this case, when no electric field is there, no voltage is applied on that, U1 plus U2 plus U3 Un upon n. This is the average thermal velocity. Okay, and its value is 0. This is our first equation. You can say by this diagram, as there is no electric field, we can take this value is equal to 0. As we know, if a battery is applied on it of voltage V and take the length of this conductor is L. You can see here, this is positive and this is negative terminal of the battery. So this one is positive terminal and this one is negative terminal of the battery now. And one more thing is there, all these electrons will get moved towards the positive end now. In this way. Okay. Now there will be some collision also. Okay. And they are now get drifted towards the positive terminal. In this way, you can see this thing in this diagram in this way. Now we know that another thing is, this is voltage V and this is length L, and this thing we can write as, in terms of electric field, the ratio of voltage and length. Okay, any doubt, any problem? Okay, the direction of this electric field is from positive to negative. As you know, the direction of electric field, positive to negative. You can write here the direction of electric field in this way, positive to negative of the conductor. Since the charge on electron is minus E, we know that charge on electron is minus E, then force experience, each electron experience a force. Then in third step, we have to take the value of force on it. As you know, force has formula in case of charge and electric field, QE. But here, charge is negative electron. Q value is minus E. Then this formula becomes minus EE. Now this is your third step or third equation. You can say F is equal to E. But modify it. F is equal to MA minus EE, or we can write A is equal to minus E, capital E upon M. Now this is your third equation, minus EE upon M. Now equation of motion, because after applying the voltage, all these electrons are accelerated. All these electrons are get accelerated, and for acceleration, uniform acceleration, we have the relations by equations of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. Okay. Now this is the last step for calculating drift velocity. These are the value which we have to use in this. That's why we are calculating these all the relations first. Okay. Now we know that V is equal to U plus AT here, because in case of uniform acceleration, we can take this formula. But for one electron, suppose first electron is there, all the value is V1, U1 and T1 you can take, but A value is constant because uniform acceleration for each electron. Okay, all electrons have same acceleration. In this way, you can take for second electron velocity. This is the drift velocity. Because the acceleration is there, they are moving in the same direction. Now V1, V2, all are drift velocity of first electron. This is second electron. This is of third electron. And in this way, you can take velocity of drift velocity of nth electron by taking thermal velocity. In this way, U1, U2, U3, Un plus ATN. All these equations you can take in this way for n electron. For n electron. But here the time T1 you can take, you should have to take in tau form. This is time, no doubt is here, but this time you have to take in this form because tau is here relaxation time. What is relaxation time? The successive collision between two electrons. Okay, when they are drifted in this way for positive end, the collision will be there. And how much time is there in between first collision to another second collision of electron is called relaxation time. It's called relaxation time. Okay, now look at these equations. And now the last step is what? All these are drift velocities of separate individual electrons, we can say, but we want to take a single formula for calculating this one. Now, for calculating drift velocity, take the average of these. Now we are taking average. Average you can write in this way. V1 plus V2 plus V3, sorry, Vn upon n. Okay, in this way. You have to add all these equations and divide by n. Now, this one also, U1 plus A tau 1 plus U2 plus A tau 2 plus in this way Un plus A tau n upon n. Mathematically, you can add in this way. Now, what is this? What is this? This is the average of drift velocities of individual electrons. Okay. Now, by this, we can write this thing Vd, drift velocity of electron in this way. And now solve it. U1 plus U2 Un upon n separately I can write in this way. Now plus A tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau n upon n. Okay. Now by simplify you can get similar equation as given above. Now what is this? What value represented by this? 0. Okay. A. What is this? This is the average relaxation time. You can write in this way, tau average. And what is left? Vt. What is left? Vt. Okay. Now, Vd is equal to A tau average. There is no need to write average because here 1, 2, 3, nothing is there. It means this show average. Okay, no need to tell again and again AB here in the foot of this. Now, what is the value of A? What is the value of A? EE, yes, minus EE tau upon. This is the formula for calculating drift velocity. But if you are putting the value of E V by L, then this formula becomes minus E V by ml in this way. Okay, both are the formula which we are using to solve the numericals of drift velocity, one of in the terms of electric field and other in terms of potential difference. Please note it. Please note it. Okay. Now the next. Next is mobility of electron. Simple and only 1 or 2 marks question comes from there in CBSE.